I listened to a book on sleep today that was super good. It started off by saying that, talk about the negative side effects of sleep deprivation, which I thought were really eye-opening. So for those of you who maybe stay up more than 24 hours at a time, their research study example was surgeons. So they studied surgeons who were awake for more than 24 hours at a time, and they found that these surgeons made a lot more mistakes and were they just lacked productivity overall. It took them longer to do each task, and when they did the task, they made more mistakes doing it, which, if there's anyone you don't want making a mistake, it's probably your surgeon. So sleep deprivation affects your ability to think properly. It affects the areas in your brain that are involved in problem solving and high performance thinking. The other thing that it can do is affect your insulin sensitivity in a negative way. So they actually said that if you are sleep deprived, or if you don't sleep for 24 hours, then you can actually have the same insulin sensitivity as, or insulin resistance as, a type 2 diabetic, which automatically leads to, or makes it harder to lose weight, can lead directly to weight gain and a lot of other problems. So sleep is absolutely critical. In today's world, we kind of are always go, and some people might see sleep as a waste of time. So you've only got so many hours in the day to fit everything in, but the truth is, if you don't prioritize sleep and you end up wasting those hours doing some work, you're first of all not going to be as productive doing that stuff. You're not going to be as efficient anyway, and the next day is going to be that much worse because you didn't sleep enough. You need that sleep in order to recover and rejuvenate for the next day. There was a few other tips that I've been doing for a while too, like trying to read before bed. I don't do it every night, but I try to. That can help you as well. And then avoiding a bunch of screens and stuff. You've probably heard that one before. Light can be your friend and your enemy. So before bed, a lot of light coming from screens, light in your home, outside light, maybe if you're trying to get to bed really early over the summertime, can affect your melatonin production negatively in the evenings, because our bodies have kind of naturally evolved to be awake during daylight hours, and if you have screens and stuff on, it kind of mimics sunlight to your body. In the mornings though is when you want to get some sunlight. So I bought an alarm clock a little while ago that has light, or will wake me up to some light. That helps especially over the winter months, and since we've gotten blackout blinds and use eye covers to black it out even more, it's been really helpful that way. Wake up to some light first thing in the morning. They recommend going for a walk first thing in the morning, which I can't do all the time, but if you have the time to do that, then going for a walk between, I think they recommended between 6 and 8:30 in the morning, then that's going to help stimulate some melatonin production for later in the day. For those of you who don't know, melatonin is the hormone that kind of regulates our circadian rhythm and our sleep cycle. You want to try to make that as consistent as possible. So they recommended going to bed within half an hour from day to day. So if you always aim to go to bed at 10, you're either going to bed between 9:45 and 10:15. They also said that the prime hours for sleep, when you can get the most advantage of it, is actually between the hours of 10 and 2 a.m. So a lot of people are late night people. Try to start getting to bed a little bit earlier each time. So not that you need to go from going to bed at, say, midnight straight to going to bed at 10. That's going to be a shock to your body, and it's not really going to understand what's going on. So try and each night move your bedtime back by 15 minutes. Same thing if you're trying to wake up a little bit earlier in the morning. Try to move that back 15 minutes at a time. The other thing that I never even thought of, but they mentioned in the book, was bringing plants into your bedroom. because they will make the air a lot clearer. Sometimes the air in your bedroom might get a little bit stale if you've got doors closed, windows closed all the time or whatnot. So they recommended having a couple plants in your bedroom just to get that, get a little bit more oxygen in there and take some of the carbon dioxide out of the air, and then you'll breathe a little bit better and have better quality air. The biggest takeaway is that regardless of how busy life seems, sleep is one of your top priorities because it's going to make you more productive, you're going to feel better, and it's going to help you live longer and live healthier.